Hey Taurus, I need to sit down with you right now because what just came through in this reading, I have been doing tarot for years, and I have to tell you, this is one of those readings where I had to pull back from the table and just breathe for a moment. Before we dive into what the cards are showing, I want you to understand something. This reading is not about fear. This is about truth. This is about finally seeing what has been happening in the shadows around your energy, around your life, around everything you have built. And more importantly, this is about understanding that you are so much more protected and powerful than whoever tried to mess with you could have ever imagined. So I am going to be real with you. No sugarcoating, no dancing around what needs to be said. You came here for answers, and that is exactly what you are going to get. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let me walk you through what the universe is revealing right now about this situation that has been weighing on you. The first card that came through, I actually had to shuffle 3 times because I kept getting this energy that made my hands feel cold. When it finally landed, it was the 6 of Wands. Now you might be thinking, wait, that is a victory card? What does that have to do with dark energy or people watching me? And that is exactly the point. This card showed up in a position that reveals what they thought they were taking from you. They saw your light, Taurus. They saw you winning. They saw you stepping into this version of yourself that was magnetic, successful, and genuinely happy. And it triggered something in them that was so deep, so twisted, that they could not just let you have your moment. The 6 of Wands is showing me that you were in a phase where things were actually coming together for you. Maybe you got a promotion. Maybe you finally felt confident in your own skin. Maybe a relationship was blossoming. Or maybe you were just finally at peace with yourself. Whatever it was, you were radiating this energy that naturally draws people in. You were not even trying that hard. You were just being yourself, and things were flowing. And that is exactly what made you a target. Here is what I am seeing with this card. There was someone, or maybe a small group of people, who watched your success. And instead of feeling happy for you or inspired by you, they felt threatened. They felt less than. And instead of doing their own inner work to figure out why your light bothered them so much, they decided to try and dim it. The 6 of Wands in this context is showing me that they studied you, Taurus. They paid attention to when you posted on social media, when you seemed happiest, when you were thriving. They were taking notes on your energy so they could figure out how to disrupt it. What makes this even more chilling is that the 6 of Wands represents public recognition. So whatever they were doing it in a way that tried to affect your reputation, your public image, how others perceived you. They wanted to knock you off that horse, so to speak. They wanted to see you fall from grace. And I am getting that they might have spread rumors, talked behind your back, or even tried to manipulate situations to make you look bad in front of people who mattered to you. But here is the thing the card is also showing me. That horse you are sitting on in the 6 of Wands, it is still standing. You might have felt the attacks, you might have sensed something was off, but they could not actually take you down. Your victory, your light, your energy is something that comes from within you. It is not something that can be stolen by people who operate in shadows and darkness. They tried to harvest your success energy, but all they managed to do was expose their own darkness. The energy I am getting from this card is also showing me timing. This was not a recent thing. This started when you were really stepping into your power, probably several months ago, maybe even longer. They have been watching you for a while, studying your patterns, waiting for moments when they thought you might be vulnerable. That is how obsessed they became with your energy. And that level of obsession, that tells me everything about them and nothing about you. You were just living your life, being successful, being happy, and that was enough to make them spiral into this dark place. Now, the second card that came through is Justice. And when this card showed up, I actually felt a wave of relief because Taurus, the universe, sees everything. Justice is card number 12 in the major arcana, and in numerology, 12 reduces to 3, which is about communication, truth coming to light, and things being expressed that were hidden. This is not a coincidence. What they tried to do in secret is being brought into the light, and the scales are about to balance in a way that they never saw coming. Justice in this position is showing me the karmic component of this entire situation. See, when people mess with spiritual energy, when they actively try to harm someone through rituals, through intentions, through dark practices, they are essentially writing a check that the universe will cash. And justice is the card that shows up when that bill comes due. I am seeing that everything they sent your way, every bit of negative energy, every harmful intention, every ritual they thought would affect you, it is all being reflected back to them multiplied. What fascinates me about justice appearing here is the symbolism of the sword and the scales. The sword represents truth cutting through lies, and the scales represent perfect balance and karma. This card is telling me that there is a cosmic accounting happening right now. Every single thing they did is being measured, weighed, and returned to them with exact precision. The universe does not make mistakes with justice. If they tried to block your success, they are now experiencing blocks in their own life. If they tried to drain your energy, they are now feeling depleted themselves. If they tried to manipulate your relationships, their own relationships are falling apart. I am also getting with this justice card that there is a legal or official component to this situation. Not necessarily that you will take them to court, but that there is a higher authority watching over this situation, whether that is the universe, karma, divine justice, or even actual legal protection around you. There is something bigger than all of you that is ensuring fairness. They thought they were operating in secret, but justice sees everything. Every midnight ritual, every cord cutting they tried to do on your energy, every time they spoke your name in darkness, it was all recorded in the cosmic ledger. The figure in the Justice card sits between two pillars, representing the seen and unseen worlds. This is showing me that what they did affected both the physical and spiritual realms. In the physical world, you might have noticed things going wrong, obstacles appearing, people acting strange around you. In the spiritual realm, they were actively trying to create energetic interference. But here's what they did not understand. Justice works in both realms too. And the protection you have is also operating on both levels. What I find really interesting about justice in this reading is the timing element. Justice is often associated with Libra energy, which is about balance and relationships. I am getting that the karmic return for what they did is going to be especially harsh in their relationship sector. If they are in a relationship, that relationship is about to reveal its true nature, and it will not be pretty. If they were trying to interfere with your relationships, they are about to experience profound loneliness or betrayal in their own connections. The scales always balance, Taurus. Always. The third card that came through is the World. And I actually gasped when I saw this, because Taurus, do you understand what this means? The World is the final card of the major arcana. It represents completion, fulfillment, and cosmic protection. While they were busy trying to trap you in their darkness, you were actually completing a massive karmic cycle. You were graduating from something. The World is showing me that your soul has been through similar attacks before, maybe in past lives, maybe earlier in this life, and you have finally reached a point where you are untouchable. The World card is telling me that you are protected by the universe itself. There is a cosmic circle around you that no dark energy can penetrate. You know how in the card there is a figure dancing in the center of a wreath, surrounded by the 4 fixed signs of the Zodiac? That is you, Taurus. You are in the center of divine protection, completely encircled by forces that are so much more powerful than whatever they tried to use against you. The bull, the lion, the eagle, and the angel in the corners of this card represent complete protection from all 4 elements and all 4 directions. What makes the World appearing here so significant is that it is showing me completion and closure. Whatever they tried to do, whatever cycle of darkness they attempted to pull you into, you are being released from it completely. This is not a situation where you are going to be dealing with their energy for years to come. This is ending, Taurus. The World represents wholeness and integration. which means you are taking back every piece of your energy that they tried to fragment or steal. You are becoming whole again, but this time you are whole with the wisdom of what you survived. I am also getting with the World card that there is a travel or movement component coming for you. This could be literal travel, where you physically remove yourself from wherever this dark energy was concentrated. Or this could be spiritual travel, where you are ascending to a completely different vibrational frequency that they simply cannot reach anymore. Either way, you are moving into a new world, a new reality where their influence is exactly zero. The world is also showing me celebration and recognition. While they were busy trying to dim your light, the universe was preparing an even bigger stage for you. This card is telling me that your success is about to reach new heights that will make whatever they were jealous of before look small in comparison. And the beautiful irony? They are going to have to watch it happen. They are going to see you thriving on levels they cannot even comprehend, and there will be nothing they can do about it except sit with the consequences of their own actions. Now the fourth card, the Lovers, came through, and this is where things get really interesting because Taurus, this card is revealing WHO was involved in this situation and what their true motivation was. The Lovers is not just about romantic relationships. It is about choices, values, and unions. And in this context, it is showing me that someone who presented themselves as a lover, as a partner, as someone who cared about you, was actually part of this dark energy situation. The Lovers card is revealing a betrayal, but not just any betrayal. This is showing me someone who had intimate access to your energy. Someone who knew your vulnerabilities, your fears, your dreams, your patterns. Someone who you trusted with your heart, or at least your friendship, and they used that intimacy, that inside knowledge, to try and harm you in ways that only someone close could. They knew exactly where to aim their negativity because you had opened up to them about your insecurities and your hopes. What makes this particularly painful is that the Lovers represents a soul contract. On some level, you might have felt a deep connection to this person. You might have thought they were meant to be in your life, that there was some destiny or fate bringing you together. And in a way, there was a contract, but not the kind you thought. This was a karmic contract where they were meant to show you who you cannot trust, to teach you about discernment, to help you understand that not everyone who claims to love you has your best interests at heart. The Lovers card is also showing me choice and free will. This person made a choice to join this dark energy, to participate in these practices, to actively try to harm you. They were not forced into it. They were not tricked into it. They willingly chose to betray you because somewhere in their heart, they valued their own ego and their own dark desires more than they valued your connection. And that choice, that is what is going to haunt them, Taurus. Because the Lovers also represents the consequences of our choices, and they chose poorly. I am getting that this person might still be watching you, still checking in on your social media, still asking mutual friends about you. But here is what the card is showing me. They are not watching because they want you back or because they miss you. They are watching because they are waiting to see if their darkness affected you. They are watching to see if you fell apart, if you failed, if you broke down. And every time they check and see that you are still standing, still thriving, still glowing, it eats away at them. The Lovers in this position is showing me that they are trapped in their own obsession with you while you are completely free. The fifth card that pulled through is the Ace of Swords. And Taurus, this is the card of truth and mental clarity. The Ace of Swords cuts through every illusion, every lie, every manipulation. This card is showing me that you are about to receive crystal clear clarity about everything that happened. If there are still pieces of the puzzle that don't make sense to you, if there are still questions about who was involved or what exactly they did, those answers are coming to you with the sharpness and precision of a sword. The Ace of Swords represents a breakthrough in understanding. This is not vague intuition or gut feelings anymore. This is knowing. This is having the receipts. This is seeing the proof. I am getting that information is going to come to you, possibly through a completely unexpected source that will confirm everything you suspected, but maybe doubted. Maybe someone will confess, maybe you will overhear a conversation, maybe evidence will literally fall into your lap, but however it happens, the truth is going to be undeniable. What I love about the Ace of Swords appearing here is that it represents mental sovereignty and intellectual power. While they were trying to mess with your energy and your emotions, you were actually sharpening your mind. You were learning, growing, becoming more discerning. The Ace of Swords is showing me that you now have the mental clarity to spot manipulation from a mile away. You have developed this internal radar that can sense when someone is being authentic versus when someone is operating from darkness. That is a skill that will protect you for the rest of your life. This card is also about communication and speaking your truth. I am getting that there may come a moment where you have the opportunity to confront this situation directly. Whether you choose to take that opportunity or not is completely up to you. But the Ace of Swords is giving you the power to articulate exactly what happened and exactly how you feel about it with perfect clarity. Your words will cut through their defenses like a hot knife through butter if you decide to use them. The Ace of Swords is also showing me legal protection and justice through official channels. If this situation escalates, or if you decide you want actual legal recourse for what they did, the energy is on your side. Contracts will favor you, authorities will believe you, documentation will support your version of events. The truth is your weapon, and it is the most powerful weapon there is. Moving into the sixth card, we have the Emperor and Taurus. This is your card. The Emperor is showing me your inner strength, your sovereignty, your unshakable foundation. While they were trying to destabilize you, you were actually becoming more solid, more grounded, more in your power than ever before. The Emperor sits on a stone throne, unmoved by external chaos, and that is exactly what you have become through this experience. The Emperor represents structure, authority, and control. This card is telling me that you are taking back control of your life in ways that are going to surprise even you. Where they tried to create chaos, you are creating order. Where they tried to make you feel powerless, you are stepping into your authentic power. The Emperor does not react emotionally to attacks. The Emperor assesses, strategizes, and builds fortifications that cannot be breached. What I am seeing with the Emperor is that you are in a process of establishing new boundaries that are absolutely non-negotiable. You are learning to protect your energy with the fierceness of a ruler protecting their kingdom. You are becoming selective about who has access to you, who gets to know your business, who earns the privilege of your time and attention. And this is not coming from a place of fear or paranoia. This is coming from a place of wisdom and self-respect. The Emperor is also showing me that you are building something permanent and lasting. Despite everything they tried to do to derail you, you are actually constructing your empire right now. Whether that is your career, your business, your creative projects, or your personal life, you are laying foundations that will stand the test of time. They tried to knock you down temporarily, but the Emperor is showing me that you are building something they can never touch. I am also getting with the Emperor that there is a father figure or masculine energy that is protecting you. This could be an actual father, a mentor, a guide, or even your own internal masculine energy. There is a protective force around you that has been shielding you from the worst of what they tried to send your way. The Emperor is strategic and wise, and that energy has been guiding you to make choices that kept you safe, even when you did not fully understand what you were being protected from. The seventh card that came through is Queen of Cups, and this card is showing me the emotional healing journey you are on right now. Queen of Cups is deeply intuitive, emotionally intelligent, and psychically aware. This card is revealing that throughout this entire situation, your intuition was speaking to you. You knew something was off. You felt the weird energy. You sensed that something was not right, even if you could not quite put your finger on what it was. Queen of Cups is validating every gut feeling you had that you might have dismissed or rationalized away. When you felt uncomfortable around certain people, that was real. When you sensed someone was being fake with you, That was accurate. When you had dreams or intuitive hits that something dark was happening around you, you were picking up on actual spiritual interference. This card is telling you to trust your psychic senses completely because they were right all along. What I am seeing with Queen of Cups is that you are learning to hold your emotional energy in a new way. You are becoming like the queen in this card who holds her cup carefully, knowing that her emotions are precious and not everyone deserves access to them. You are learning that being empathetic and compassionate does not mean you have to be emotionally available to people who wish you harm. You can be kind while still maintaining energetic boundaries that keep you safe. The Queen of Cups is also showing me a healing process happening on a deep emotional level. Whatever wounds this situation opened up, whatever pain it caused, whatever fear it triggered, you are healing it with the gentle wisdom of someone who understands that healing takes time. You are not rushing the process. You are not pretending you are okay when you are not. You are allowing yourself to feel everything fully while also knowing that these feelings will not destroy you. I am getting with this queen that there is a spiritual practice or ritual that is supporting your healing, whether that is meditation, journaling, working with crystals, taking baths with intention, or any other form of self-care that nurtures your spirit. You are being guided to deepen that practice. Queen of Cups is showing me that your connection to water energy specifically is going to be healing for you. If you have not already, spending time near water, drinking plenty of water with intention, or doing water-based cleansing rituals will help clear out any remaining energetic residue from what they tried to do. The 8th card, Queen of Pentacles, came through, and Taurus, this is showing me your material and financial protection. While they were trying to curse your abundance, block your money, or interfere with your material success, Queen of Pentacles is revealing that you are actually more financially secure and grounded than ever. This card represents practical wisdom, resourcefulness, and the ability to create abundance from the earth itself. Queen of Pentacles is showing me that you have been smart with your resources during this time. Maybe without even consciously realizing it, you have been making choices that protected your financial stability. You have been nurturing your resources, being practical, maybe even being a bit more cautious than usual with your money. And that has served you well. They tried to create financial chaos in your life, but you were too grounded, too sensible, too connected to material reality for their interference to really land. What I love about Queen of Pentacles here is that this card represents someone who creates security through their own efforts. You are not waiting for someone to save you or rescue you. You are not depending on luck or chance. You are actively building your own prosperity through your skills, your work, your talents, and your dedication. And that kind of self-made abundance, it cannot be cursed or blocked by external forces because it comes from your own inner resources. The Queen of Pentacles is also showing me a connection to nature and earth energy that is protecting you. Taurus, you are an earth sign, and when you connect with the actual earth, when you ground yourself in nature, you become virtually impervious to dark magic or negative energy. This card is encouraging you to spend time in nature, to touch the earth, to work with plants or crystals, to eat nourishing food, to physically ground your energy in the material world. That is your superpower and your protection. I am getting with this queen that there might be a maternal figure or a nurturing woman in your life who has been a source of practical support and wisdom during this time. Someone who maybe helped you see things clearly, who gave you practical advice, who reminded you of your worth and your capabilities. Queen of Pentacles is showing me that you have allies who are solid, reliable, and deeply invested in your well-being. The 9th card that pulled through is the Empress. And Taurus, I have to tell you, when this card appeared, I literally got chills. Because do you know what this means? The Empress is the ultimate creator, the ultimate manifester, the ultimate life-giving force. While they were trying to destroy and diminish you, you were actually in a phase of incredible creative and spiritual growth. The Empress represents fertility, abundance, creativity, and the power to bring new life into being. The Empress is showing me that everything they tried to kill in you is actually blooming. Every dream they tried to crush is sprouting. Every plan they tried to sabotage is coming to fruition in ways that are more beautiful than you even imagined. The Empress does not just survive, she thrives. She turns barren soil into gardens. She takes what looks dead and brings it back to life. And that is exactly what you are doing with your life right now. What I am seeing with the Empress is that there is a creative project or a new venture that is going to be incredibly successful for you. Something you are birthing into the world, whether that is an actual business, a creative work, a new relationship, or even a new version of yourself. It has been protected and nurtured by the universe throughout this entire ordeal. They tried to stop your growth, but the Empress energy is unstoppable. You are creating something that will outlast their negativity by decades. The Empress is also showing me divine feminine protection around you. There is a goddess energy, a maternal universal force that has been watching over you like a fierce mother protecting her child. Every time they tried to send something harmful your way, this divine feminine energy intercepted it and transformed it into fertilizer for your growth. What they meant for evil has literally been turned into fuel for your success. I am getting with the Empress that there is a sensual, pleasure-filled phase coming into your life. After all the heaviness and darkness of dealing with this situation, you are entering a time where you get to enjoy life again. Good food, beautiful environments, loving connections, creative expression, physical pleasure, all of it is coming back into your life in abundance. The Empress wants you to know that you deserve to feel good, to be happy, to indulge in the beauty of life. The 10th and final card is the Hanged Man. And Taurus, this card is showing me the profound spiritual perspective shift that has happened through this entire experience. The Hanged Man represents surrender, sacrifice, and seeing things from a completely different angle. While going through this dark situation felt terrible, the Hanged Man is revealing that it was actually a spiritual initiation that has transformed your entire worldview. The Hanged Man is showing me that you had to let go of certain illusions about people, about relationships, about how the world works. You had to surrender your naive belief that everyone has good intentions, or that being a good person means you will be treated well. That sacrifice, that loss of innocence, as painful as it was, has given you a kind of wisdom that most people never acquire. You see through people now in a way you never could before. What fascinates me about the Hanged Man in this final position is that it represents voluntary sacrifice for higher wisdom. On some soul level, you agreed to go through this experience because it was going to teach you something crucial about protecting your energy, about discernment, about your own power. The Hanged Man is suspended between heaven and earth, existing in that liminal space where profound spiritual insights occur. You have been in that space, Taurus. You have been hanging in suspension, waiting, observing, learning. The Hanged Man is also showing me a release of old patterns and old karma. Whatever soul contracts you had with these people, whatever karmic debts were being balanced through this situation, it is complete now. You are being released from that cycle. The Hanged Man often represents the moment right before resurrection, right before transformation becomes complete. You have been in the chrysalis, and you are about to emerge completely transformed. I am getting with the Hanged Man that there is a spiritual practice or belief system that is supporting you in making sense of this experience. Maybe you have gotten into tarot, maybe you are studying energy work, maybe you have found a spiritual teacher or philosophy that helps you understand the bigger picture. The Hanged Man is encouraging you to continue that spiritual seeking, because your awakening is not over. You are developing spiritual gifts and insights that will serve you for the rest of your life. So Taurus, let me bring all of this together for you. What the cards are showing is that, yes, someone or multiple people did deliberately try to harm you using dark practices. They were jealous of your success, your light, your energy. They tried to block your blessings, drain your vitality, and interfere with your life in ways that were calculated and intentional. And yes, they might still be watching you, still obsessing over you, still hoping to see you fall. But here is what they failed to understand. You are protected by forces so much more powerful than their darkness. The universe itself has created a shield around you that no negative energy can penetrate. Every attack they sent your way has been returned to them multiplied. Every bit of your energy they tried to steal has been given back to you, purified and strengthened. Every plan they made against you has backfired spectacularly in their own lives. You are not the victim in this story, Taurus. You are the survivor who became the thriver. You are the one who took their darkness and used it as fuel to build something beautiful. You are the one who emerged from this experience wiser, stronger, more discerning, and more powerful. They wanted to destroy you, and instead, they accidentally initiated you into your own power. And the karma that is coming for them? Taurus, it is going to be biblical. Justice is being served on cosmic levels. The scales are balancing, and you do not have to do anything except continue being your amazing self and watch as the universe handles the rest. Keep protecting your energy. Keep building your empire. Keep trusting your intuition. Keep healing at your own pace. And keep thriving, because your success is the best revenge and the ultimate proof that their darkness never stood a chance against your light.